We must always be very careful about the people we bring into our homes or companies. With that in mind, this businesswoman decided to play blind to test the honesty of job applicants. The first man certainly proved to be unqualified. In another moment, the one who is tested is a female candidate, but she is equally characterless. Believing that this woman is blind, she takes the money, laughs, and comments that this is what happens to beautiful people like her. The third to be tested is another man. Unlike the other two, he does not act dishonestly right away. The man points out that it is a lot of money, enough so that he can afford the medicines needed to control his daughter's rare disease. He lives in a dilemma. The possible future employee of the company sees this as an opportunity to help his daughter, but the honesty in his heart highlights that this is wrong. Talking to God, he begs for a blessing and goes to the supposedly blind woman to return the money. To the businesswoman, who pretends not to be able to see, he hands over the entire amount of money. The pretty woman thanks him and emphasizes that that money is very important, because it belongs to the company. Suddenly, she asks if he is going to the job interview. Upon receiving his confirmation, she wishes the honest man good luck. She is confident that he will make it. The man is happy at her words and says goodbye, not imagining that it will only be for the moment. Minutes later, the honest man arrives at the company where he and those two dishonest persons will compete for a single position. Besides being dishonest, they are rude people. They judge that man by his humble appearance and laugh without disguise. The bearded man indicates that there is no chance of him being chosen by wearing a ridiculous outfit like that. The humble man reveals that those clothes are a gift from his late father. Not even the memory of the late his father is respected by the candidates. They scoff that his father left a curse instead of a true gift. Silently, obviously annoyed by those gratuitous offenses, the man sits down on the couch. Not satisfied for all she has said, the woman puts a hand inside the purse and gives the humiliated candidate some of the money she stole. The bearded guy questions where she found all that money. The blonde answers that it's only her money. The man notes that he found a similar amount of money outside. The honest candidate also reveals that he found the money. To him, someone said that the money belongs to the company. The two dishonest ones find it absurd that he implies that they need to return the money. According to the thief's mind, if the money was found by the two, they were lucky and it is legitimate to keep it. The bearded guy claims that it's the trouble of the one who lost. The humble man names this theft, and the right thing to do is to return it. The two do not consider this a possibility and return to offend the poor man. The woman opines that he has no right to teach anyone a lesson. The bearded guy shouts out saying that that place is not for a miserable like him. In a threatening tone, the woman suggests that he be quiet, otherwise he might regret it. Shortly after, the company secretary appears and greets the three candidates. She informs them that the boss is already prepared to start the interview, so they can all follow her to the office. The bearded guy asks what she means by you all. The secretary confirms that all three of them will take part in the interview. Arrogantly, he admits that he doesn't think it's acceptable that a person like that can apply for such an important position. The woman stresses that he is a candidate like the two of them, so everyone better get to the office right away. On the way to the office, the two disrespectful competitors grumble and the woman once again seems to threaten him, but the humble man will not be swayed by any of this. At the businesswoman's office, the three candidates arrive together and greet the owner of the company. The renowned businesswoman explains that it is unusual to call all the candidates at once, but today will be different. First candidate to be evaluated is Mateusz Soder, the bearded man without character. The woman comments that his name is familiar to her. He explains that it is familiar because his uncle is one of the company's top executives. Before anything else, the businesswoman underlines that in the company people's time is highly valued. Besides time, humble, honest and caring people are valued in the company. That said, it is announced that Mateusz is not qualified to be chosen. The arrogant and spoiled man doesn't understand how this could have happened. After all, his uncle is a top executive. The businesswoman then reveals that his uncle was fired because it was discovered that he had been stealing from the company for years. She justifies that the decision was made because, it seems, he is just like his uncle. He stammers, but she must continue. Now it is time to analyze the candidate Laura Diaz. The owner of the company praises her resume, in fact quite interesting. In addition to previous experience in other companies in the field, she is also a stylist. The arrogant woman suggests that she has a very prestigious career. However, the owner of the company reveals, a good resume is not enough. Human values are also taken into consideration, and therefore she will not be chosen either. The dishonest and rude woman does not understand why. Now it is the turn of the humble man, Felipe Morera. He is congratulated by the new boss. The position is his. The supposedly prestigious stylist and the spoiled man can't accept that this has happened. To refresh their memory, she asks them if they remember the money they found today. They both pretend not to know what she is talking about. Since they don't remember, the businesswoman thinks she will have to call the security guard to show them the recordings made by the cameras. She tells the two thieves who still pretend to be innocent that that money was actually part of a test to discover their true character. They, of course, have failed, and so there is nothing more to talk about with them. The businesswoman requests that the two leave her company immediately. If they continue to resist, she will call the security guard or even the police. Not only thieves, they are cowards. The man and the woman get up without taking the blame and leave. To Felipe, the boss is sorry that he had to go through this situation. Anyway, she explains again that she pretended to be blind to evaluate the character of the candidates, and he proved to be a sympathetic, humble, and capable person for the company. He thanks her very much for the opportunity and the two embrace. She happy to have found the ideal employee and he happy that he can now help his mother.